When I visited the Cooper Hewitt, it was showing the exhibit A Dark, a Light, a Bright, The Designs of Dorothy Liebs, which tells the story of her career and legacy. Her work was characterized by the bold color choices and eye-catching details in her fabrics. As a master weaver, she was both technically skilled and playful in her willingness to try weaving anything, just to see what would happen. She describes her process: "I look upon hand weaving as a laboratory for the machine. I have the greatest respect for the machine, but experience proves that it must be used with imagination." This was one of the tenets of her unique style and aesthetic. The other was the revolutionary materials she wove. Liebs's career spanned from the 1930s through the 1960s, just as synthetic materials became commonplace in clothing items and upholstery. One of the guiding principles in her work was the idea that anyone, regardless of their price point, could have beautiful things. She leveraged her reputation as a designer to push for wider adoption of synthetic materials, both by professionals and the public, which dropped the price of designer textiles and brought her designs to the masses. While this exhibit celebrates Dorothy Liebs's career in particular, it also addresses the importance of design as a skill and a practice more broadly. Design is about aesthetics, of course, but it's more about problem solving than anything else. Liebs's crowning achievement was ensuring that anyone who wanted beautiful clothing and upholstery in their homes could have them. By showcasing her work, the implicit message of the exhibit is that designers who are truly worth celebrating are the ones who are deeply engaged in the world and connected to the real needs and desires of the people around them. This is the exact same message that the Cooper Hewitt sends through its National High School Design Competition. In its downstairs gallery, the museum showcases the winners and finalists of the past several years, displaying both annual prompts and the students' creations. The students were asked questions like, what would you design to help more of us feel included? What would you design or redesign that is a nature-based solution to a global problem? What would you design to make the everyday accessible for all? And what would you design to improve a community's access to healthy, fresh food? The winners created community-based fresh fruit and vegetable subscription services, tactile art-making toolkits, sound gardens to combat sound pollution in urban areas, and software to facilitate the making of storybooks so families can make books out of their own diverse stories. Each of these products provides a solution to a unique problem. What impresses me most is how well aligned these student projects are with the main exhibit. As I perused the prompts for the students' projects, I was struck by how many of them reflected Dorothy Liebs's work. By creating fashionable items at low price points, she fulfills the 2018 prompt of making the everyday accessible for all, and the 2020 prompt of designing something to help more people feel included. Her work also fits into the 2021 prompt of creating a healthier world, as health is not only determined by physical activity, but also by creature comforts of feeling warm, secure, and sufficient. It was really cool to see such a strong through line between the different ways the Cooper Hewitt fulfills its mission through its various departments, and all the more so because it teaches its audience, especially its young audience, that design is a tool to promote community and inclusion.